Every so often, an event comes along so rare that it shocks us to our very core, combining entertainment, intricate knowledge, charisma, and devilishly good looks.
Boring!
Man, shut up and talk hoops. Yo, old head hoopers. Welcome to part 3 of the Kobe Bryant career retrospective, brought to you by the boys at Old Head Hoops, Mus and Clay. It's been an honor and a privilege to do this series of podcasts and videos. I've enjoyed doing the research so much. I've found out so many things about Kobe's career that I didn't know, and it's been a pleasure unearthing those for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed part 1 and 2. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, what are you guys doing? Go back to the channel or audio on Spotify and Apple and listen and watch those episodes. They're awesome. And while you're at it, actually, watch all of the videos because they're all pretty fucking good. I don't think we've made a bad one yet. So part 3 is going to take us through Kobe Bryant's career from where we left off in part 2. That's the 2006 scoring binge season, I like to call it, where he just went on an absolute fucking heater for the year, recorded many, many records for the LA Lakers, and takes us all the way through to his final season. To be fair, he was limping heavily into the finish line those last few seasons, and culminated, of course, with his 60-point absolute masterpiece, granted on 50 shots, but Kobe went out the only way Kobe could, and that was firing, and that was putting on a show. We've just had so much fun doing this. It's just been incredible to go back and review Kobe's career through a different lens, through the lens of a fan rather than through the lens of a critic, which I have been for the bulk of his career. So guys, if you love retro hoops, if you love the greats of the game, if you love Kobe Bryant, if you love Shaq, you're going to get your fill in this series. So please enjoy what we've made for you guys here. And without further ado, Kobe Bryant, part 3. Despite their differences and the book, Phil Jackson returns to coach the Lakers. Now, was it because he was boning
Genie Bus?
Was it because he was boning Genie and maybe had a bit of fucking puff and a bit of peyote out on that Montana ranch and is like, you know.
Phil does what Phil does, bro.
Yeah. Kobe publicly endorsed the move, and they seemed to work well together. Kobe had a career year scoring the ball, averaging 35.4 points a game.
Jeez.
Finished 4th in MVP voting and returned to the first team All-NBA and first team All-Defense. Averaged a career high 27 shots a game.
Fuck. That's a lot of shots.
Surprised he didn't fucking tear a labrum, man. So, on December 20, Kobe scored 62 points in 3 quarters against the Mavericks.
Yeah. It doesn't play the 4th.
Spot on, brother. Spot on. Entering the 4th,
he's come out and said, I don't want to come back in the 4th because I'll kill him. Yeah, I've seen him say that.
Entering the 4th, he personally outscored the entire Mavericks team 62-61. What the fuck?
When he goes on a heater, he goes on a fucking heater. And the crazy thing is, when he goes on a heater, it's not just jump shots. It's everything.
Oh,
it's the whole lot. The whole fucking bag is there.
He's got it from everywhere. That was the only time a player had ever done that since the introduction of the shot clock.
Jesus, really?
Shaq and Kobe had actually seemed to put their feud behind them. In their January 16 game, they were seen hugging and handshaking before the game, and also seen talking and laughing it up together at the All-Star game.
Okay.
So they were over it. 1 year. One year, good to go.
Has Shaq got his title yet?
This season.
This season, okay.
It was during his scoring binge year. So on January 22, so the Mavericks game happened December 20. On January 22, Kobe scored 81 points in a 122-104 victory over the Toronto Raptors.
Everyone go watch that documentary. It's fucking awesome.
The Legend of the 81-point game on Amazon Prime. Fuck me, guys.
Awesome.
If you haven't seen it, this is what spurred and inspired my Kobe Bryant mental turnaround. I watched that documentary and was instantly grabbed, instantly inspired, guys, in the first 10, 15 minutes, you'll hear Sam Mitchell, his former teammate, former coach, talking about Kobe. And Sam Mitchell is one of the best storytellers in the NBA.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's got this beautiful Southern accent, a real smooth, mellow, deep voice. And he's just got that real Southern honesty.
Elder statesman sort of character.
He's just an awesome orator. Yeah. And I was captivated by him and his storytelling. And then one of the things that was always in the back of my mind when I followed Kobe Bryant was he is a Michael Jordan wannabe. I've said on this pod myself, he's a Michael Jordan facsimile.
Yeah.
He's Michael Jordan, but not as good. You know, why is he copying? Why is he copying? Be his own man, be his own man. And in this documentary, about 20 minutes in, Sam Mitchell's telling a story about how he was going to the locker room in about Kobe's third or fourth year.
Yeah. As a player. So this is not a coach. This time he's a player.
Yeah, he's a player. He's playing for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And he hears the guys in the locker room making fun of Kobe.
He never says who they are, though.
You can only imagine. The 99 Wolves, we're talking Kevin Garnett, Googs, maybe a bit of Steph Marbury. So he comes into the locker room and he's like, I've fucking had enough of this. I've had enough. And he goes in there and he turns the TV off and they're all looking at him and he's like, you're all a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. You are sitting here laughing and making fun of this guy for trying to be like Michael Jordan, who you all consider to be the best player in the league. While you're sitting here laughing, he's out there working his ass off to try and be like or better than the best player in the history of this fucking game.
Yeah.
And all you can think to do is laugh. You should be out there working as hard as he is to emulate him.
Yeah.
And you're all sitting here laughing. You're a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. I heard that and I thought he was talking to me because these are the exact thoughts that I had as a fan.
Yes, and you've
watching
said this.
Kobe.
You've said this on this pod. You've said this.
And I instantly felt about fucking 1 inch tall. I was like, it was as if he was speaking directly to me.
Yeah, but no shame in that, bro.
And I'm not afraid and never have been afraid in my life to admit when I'm wrong. It's one of the best things my dad, God rest his soul, it's one of the best things he ever taught me, one of the best things he ever handed down to me. He used to say to me, like, when I was a kid, he used to say to me, if you fuck up, tell me, own up to it.
Yeah.
Because if I find out,
it's worse.
You're going to be 10 times in more trouble.
Yeah, it's worse.
And then as I got older, he would say the same thing to me about school. He would say the same thing to me about work as I became an adult. He's like, if you fuck up at work, own up to it because they'll respect you more. And you'll probably get away with the shit you've done.
Yeah.
And that's the lesson that I've passed on to my kids. Always own up to your shit. If you fucked up, everyone fucks up in life.
Yeah.
Own up to it and change. And I'm not afraid to admit that in that moment, just over a month ago, I listened to Sam Mitchell talking and immediately I'd realized I'd carried this fucking 30-year feud. As I said to you off camera, this is a feud between two athletes that are strangers to me in my life. I know them through their athletic feats. And I'd carried this feud, and I just said, Shaq had long forgiven Kobe. I carried it on for decades after.
Yep.
And it had stopped me from appreciating one of the greatest players ever to play this game.
I wouldn't go that far. You did appreciate Kobe, but you just didn't have the affinity with Kobe because you were such a Shaq man.
I wouldn't allow myself to feel it. But in that instant, I was like, no, fuck this. And all I could think of during that interview with Sam Mitchell was, how cool would this be if there was some highlights of Kobe over the top of Sam Mitchell talking these truths, man, these real truths. So I had about 3 hours till I had to get on a plane, and I immediately whipped my laptop out, did a bit of cutting and pasting, did some detaching of audio and visual, and just really slapped together a 2-minute video, chucked it onto our YouTube channel.
Go watch it, people. It's fucking awesome.
This is what was funny. I remember about his third, fourth year in the league, the joke was in the locker rooms. Kobe walked by, look at him. He want to be like Michael Jordan. Look at him. He talk like Michael Jordan. Look at him. He stick his tongue out like Michael Jordan. And I'll never forget this. I'm in the locker room one day. Some of the guys in the locker room hating on Kobe. He wanted to be like Mike. I stopped him. I turned the TV on mute. And this is what I said. And I hope I can say this. And excuse me, I'm going to apologize in advance. But it pisses me off. Shows you how people think. I said, you guys are a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. And they said, why? Y'all are sitting in the room laughing at a player who wants to be like Michael Jordan. Let that sink in. Y'all are laughing. Now, it's not that he just wants to be like it. He's working his ass off in the gym. While you're laughing, he's in the gym trying to be as good, if not better, than the guy that we think is the greatest, Michael Jordan. And you idiots are laughing. What you should be doing is picking somebody like him who's great and getting your ass out this locker room and get in the gym and start working on your game and start mimicking that guy. Who's stupid? The guy that's trying to be like the guy that's trying to be like the greatest? Or the guys that's sitting around here too afraid to try to be great?
If I had to pick what player right now represents the future, it would have to be Kobe Bryant with the way that he plays the game of basketball. I have high regards in terms of how he focused on the game. He works on his basketball skills. Each and every year he gets better.
I think Michael Jordan passed off the torch to Kobe. He handed him the keys and said, hey, this is your NBA now. Do with it what I did and go further.
And then chucked it on YouTube, chucked it on Instagram. And then I had about a 5-hour window where I had no internet. Got to work, finally put my phone back up and did as I do, checked the subscriber numbers. And the video just started doing something none of our videos have ever done.
Yeah,
and it just went wild. And it was just comments, like. And the views were just going through the roof. And do you want to know something really egotistical, man?
Yeah.
While this was happening, all I could think of was the universe is rewarding me for making the right decision to start loving Kobe.
I like that.
I just thought the universe is now telling me, right, cunt, this has been in front of you all along.
The door's open.
Everything that you value in a basketball player, this guy embodies. He's a relentless hard worker. He's passionate about the sport. He's obsessive.
You're preaching the. I've been telling you this shit about Kobe.
I know.
So I want to say a few words. Sam Mitchell. Thank you.
Yeah.
It took you to fucking convince my best mate that Kobe's on a different level. Thank you, Sam Mitchell. And plus, I think the 81 Legend of the 81 game is a very well made, put together.
Oh, it's awesome.
So
it is awesome.
Put that to one side. But I'm so pleased for you because you love the game. And you love the game very much in the same way that I do. The shit about Kobe, him and what he does and everything he's gone through, your not lack of appreciation, I'm not going to go there because I think you appreciate what he's achieved and everything else, but your affinity to be able to relate to that and have that connection with Kobe was hindered by your dislike for Kobe. Now that that's flipped, you're discovering a player in a whole different way now. I'm loving this. This is like a rebirth for you in your admiration for Kobe Bryant.
I said to you off camera, how cool is it to live in this era of technology where I can now that I've got this newfound appreciation for Kobe, I can go back and basically watch his entire career all over again if I want to.
With a different set of lenses on.
With an appreciation.
Yeah.
Instead of with a Shaq versus Kobe and you're fucking selfish and you're a gunner. Now we know the totality of his career and we know all the backstories and we know some people that were just pushing stuff, and you can go back with a fresh set of eyes. And this is, I guess, in a microcosm, what I wanted this pod to always be.
Yeah.
I wanted this to be us sharing our love of retro hoops with our generation and with the younger generation, so that we can whet their appetite to then go out and discover players like Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway or Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Or Clyde Drexler.
Or Clyde Drexler, who's doing really well in our latest vid. Better than Bird and Durant and fucking all these other players, which is weird. But that's the great thing, man, about
Yeah.
basketball is an era might be over, but it's never over. You can always go back and find more. And I just feel so refreshed after that thing. And to me, it was just like a cool life moment. It was just kind of another one of those reminders that you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to admit mistakes, and you're never too old to reverse that mistake and just own it and roll with it. Like the hardest thing in life, right, is to reverse negative momentum.
Oh, 100%.
But once you do, it's fucking liberating.
So, absolutely. And I take this case in point. We hadn't spoken for about 20 odd years.
Exactly. Well,
And look at us now.
we're like,
Hey!
we're like the Kobe thing all over again.
Jack Kobe.
So there we go. Let's move on.
So where are we at now?
Kobe has just scored 62 and 3/4 on December the 20th. So January 22 scores 81 in a 122-104 victory over the Toronto Raptors.
Wait a second. Isn't that the date when he dies?
I think it's January 26.
Well done.
All right, January.
Well done.
Thank fuck.
Australia Day.
Yeah. Australia Day for our American friends.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So, in addition to breaking Elgin Baylor's franchise record of 71, Kobe's 81 was the second highest scoring game in history behind Wilt's famous 100 in 1962. Kobe's shots were mostly self-created, and most of the damage was done from outside of 15 feet. I mean, if you watch it, it's tough shot making at its best. I mean, it's typical Kobe ball.
Yeah. And he gets to the basket too. It's mid-range, threes.
Nothing was assisted. I mean, this was just pure domination of will.
Yeah.
He scored. Now, this is very interesting. Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points, Wilt shot 59% of the team's shots to score 100. Kobe scored 66% of the team's shots.
And this is not a blowout game. They're losing this game. Toronto comes out.
Oh, yeah. He had to take over
Correct.
to win the game.
So I didn't realize. So I haven't watched the game in total. I watched highlights from the game. But I didn't realize this until I watched that doco. I thought it was a massive blowout game and he was just padding stats and shooting shots. A, they were defending him. B, it was a massive comeback. They were down by 20 odd and Toronto came out flying. So he turned it on. He turned it on more in the second half than the first half.
The third quarter.
The third quarter went nuts and he brings them home. Now, he ends up being a sizable win, but up until the third quarter, it's a close game and he's battling. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's just, I encourage anybody, you got to watch that game. It is
the legend of the 81-point game.
It is just crazy. In January of that season, Kobe became the first player since 1964 to score 45 points in 4 or more consecutive games, joining Wilt and Baylor.
Mm.
For the month of January, Kobe averaged 43.4 points. For the season, Kobe set Lakers franchise records for most 40-point games, 27 40-point games, and the most points scored in total, 2,832. That's a big year, man.
That's a massive year.
That's a big year. He won the league scoring total for the first time and became the 5th player in league history to average over 35 a game.
It's 35, yeah.
Some say, he should have won the MVP over Steve Nash. Kobe finished second to Nash. He got 22 first-place votes. He really should have won more. All right, so let's get into it. So in 2006, the Lakers made the playoffs, playing Phoenix in the first round.
Wait, so, and the roster is Kwame Brown, Smush Parker.
Not much else. So despite taking a 3-1 series lead off the back of Kobe hitting the overtime forcing and game-winning shots in Game 4, the Lakers lost the series in 7 games. The Lakers came within 6 seconds of beating the Suns in Game 6, but lost in overtime 126-118. Kobe scored 50 on 35 shots.
35 is a lot of shots.
Right. Number switch.
Yes.
The 2007 season was much of the same for Kobe, averaging 31.6 points, 5.7 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 13 MVP voting, first team All-NBA and first team All-Defense. However, the big difference was his jersey number. So Bryant's first high school jersey number was 24 before he switched to 33. And Kobe actually wanted 24 as a rookie for LA, but the number was taken by veteran George McLeod.
Who the fuck is George McLeod?
He played for Dallas for a while, and he was pretty good for Dallas.
Huh?
Small forward, like a chunky small forward, and then came over to LA as a role player, stopping Kobe from taking his number. And 33 was obviously retired by Kareem.
Yep.
So Kobe wore 143 at the ABCD Adidas camp and added those numbers together to get 8.
Yep.
So that's why he chose number 8. He always desired a change back to 24. So before the 2007 season, he announced he was moving from 8 to 24.
All right. That's the season he does it. I have heard it was a bit of a refresh for him too, but I haven't heard any specific details from what you just said about it.
He scored a season high 65 points against Portland in March. You just say these numbers and it's Kobe. So you're like, oh. Helping the Lakers snap a 7-game losing streak. The following games, he scored 50 against the T-Wolves, 60 against the Grizzlies, and then 50 against the Hornets.
That's a 3-game run.
He became the second player since Wilt Chamberlain to score 50-plus on 4 straight games. Wilt did it twice with streaks of 5 and 7. Kobe finished the season with 10 50-point games.
Jesus.
Surpassed only by Wilt, who did it 45 times in 62 and 35 times in 63.
But that's more than Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, he won the scoring title that year, averaged 30 that year.
And that was the scoring title, 30. Okay.
But the Lakers again lost in the first round of the playoffs to Phoenix 4-1.
That's Steve Nash's Phoenix and Stoudemire, wasn't it?
Now is when it gets interesting.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol. Kobe reportedly wanted to be traded if Jerry West was not returned to the Lakers with full team authority. Now, West's contract was coming to an end in Memphis, and Kobe wanted him back bad. He didn't have any faith in the front office to build a contender around him. And why should he? Look at what they did in the years since Shaq.
Correct.
He later denied that he requested a trade and simply wanted to get West back into the fold. Kobe had publicly expressed his immense frustration with the front office not surrounding him with a contender. Shaq had already won a title in 2006 in Miami without Kobe.
And that would have been pissing him off for how long?
It burned. It fucking burned him. There were rumors that Kobe was flirting with the Bulls. And it was a little bit more than flirting when I did a bit of digging. There was a proposed deal on the table. Ben Wallace had signed with Chicago.
Yeah.
There was a proposed deal, Kobe Bryant, for Ben Wallace, Luol Deng, and Ben Gordon. And apparently, it was close.
Wait, so stop that. Ben Wallace,
who, to be fair, had shown decline since Detroit.
And Ben Gordon was all right then.
Ben Gordon was probably 2 seasons in then, or maybe 1 season in.
And they come over to the Lakers.
And a blue chip prospect too, Ben Gordon.
Yeah, so they come. Oh, you're not going to match the scoring or anything like that, but I could see why the Lakers were entertaining that.
Well, apparently the deal sort of fell apart when
Jerry West,
the Lakers started to get goo-goo eyes for Ron Artest in Sacramento. And wanted to start a 3-team deal to include Ron Artest coming back to the Lakers in some way, shape, or form. And once you got 3 teams involved, got too complex, and that was the trade gone. The deal fell apart. The Lakers also wanted more picks, which is why they were trying to get Sacramento into the deal. Now, there was also a rumor that Kevin Garnett was willing to trade his no trade clause to join Kobe.
You've mentioned this before.
Yeah, on a previous pod. Now, one story says that KG reached out personally to Kobe to get his approval on the deal, and that Kobe ghosted him with no response. Now, that's the version that I had heard and that I had read about.
Oh, you've heard something different. You've read something different?
Another version that I read about says that KG chose not to go to LA because of all the Phil Kobe instability.
Ah.
And then I actually read direct quotes from Kevin Garnett on a podcast saying he chose not to go there.
Okay.
So the Kobe ghosting him thing, is
Was
just
just a-
internet
rubbish. Okay.
internet stuff. So
He chose not to go to play with Kobe.
he chose not to go. Now, what the deal would have looked like,
He might have gutted the team. Yeah, KG.
it is said that there was a handshake agreement in place between Glenn Taylor and Jerry Buss to trade Garnett for Andrew Bynum and Lamar Odom.
Don't trust Glenn Taylor, though.
He's old and he's white. We know how I feel about old white people.
And 2 words. Joe Smith.
Listen, man. Are you trying to make me cry?
I'm sorry.
He destroyed the
Any
career
chance of KG getting a title in Minnesota?
of my favourite all-time player.
Yeah.
One of.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, but Bynum and Lamar Odom with KG? Oh, no, that was 4 KG.
that 4 kg.
Oh, you're gutting the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have much to gut, to be
Yeah.
fair.
But Bynum, and then, but if they.
Bynum was playing well at that stage.
No, but then his knees fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, his knees were never good.
Hmm.
The Lakers were also reportedly trying to land all-star point guard Jason Kidd in a trade proposal with the New Jersey Nets, but ultimately didn't want to part ways with Andrew Bynum as part of the deal. So over the past, say, 3 seasons, Kobe's had a chance, well, not much of a chance, but had a chance to pair up with Dirk, KG, and Kidd, and they've all fell apart for one reason or another. So all of this being said, Kobe is fucking pissed.
Yep.
He wants some help. Shaq's won a title. What is this fucking Lakers front office doing? I want some action. Kobe later that season was shown on an infamous TMZ video saying that the Lakers should have shipped Bynum's ass out. Remember that one going around?
Yeah, that's right. Which didn't help Kobe's reputation of being.
No. I don't think he cared at that point.
No. And to tell you the truth, that's probably a true statement. Bynum was a lazy prick.
So Kobe finally gets the help he desperately needed to return to contender status when the Lakers swung a trade to acquire Pau Gasol for his brother Marc Gasol, Kwame Brown, Javaris Crittenton, Aaron McKee, and 2 first-round picks.
Wait. Marc Gasol was in LA?
Marc Gasol was in LA.
When the fuck was that?
They drafted him in the 2nd round, I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit.
Late.
So they traded the brothers for each other. I didn't fucking know that.
But Marc Gasol was nothing at that point.
At that point, no, I get that, but I didn't realize at all.
And don't you think it's weird? Do you think, I'm wondering if Memphis identified the talent of Marc Gasol
Yeah.
or whether Marc Gasol was a throw-in into the trade. Because if you're the Lakers, wouldn't you want to keep Pau Gasol's brother there?
Yeah. I mean, doesn't that how it usually works?
Isn't that why Thanasis
Yeah, he hangs around, he's got an NBA career.
is a rich guy? Yeah, it's
Very strange.
It's very interesting. It was an absolute fucking heist. I mean, Javaris Crittenton was out of the league. Aaron McKee was just about out of the league. The 2 first-round draft picks turned out to be nothing. Kwame Brown, one of the biggest busts in NBA history, as number 1 picks. Marc Gasol, of course, went on to have a great career, but Pau Gasol, Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
During the season, Kobe scored his 20,000th point, becoming the youngest player to do so at 29 years and 129 days. Despite a ligament tear, fracture, and a thumb injury to his shooting hand, Kobe played all 82 games. How long do you reckon Shaq would have sat? Look at me, I'm fucking full Kobe fucking convert. I'm now dissing Shaq.
Yeah, but you got to understand, that's crazy shit.
Bro, I broke this knuckle on that hand and I dropped to the floor like a sack of turd. And that finger blew up and I didn't do anything with it for months afterwards. Yeah. Kobe played professional basketball.
And what did he average that season?
Oh, my God.
It would have been close to 30.
Oh, every season was close to 30. He played all 82 games.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So the addition of Gasol provided an immediate boost for the team as he fit in pretty much seamlessly with Kobe and the Lakers. The Lakers won 57 games that year, finished first in the Western Conference, and swept the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. After the first round sweep, Kobe was awarded his first and only MVP. I just had a bit of a background check, and I was like, I wonder who the top 5 for the MVP was that year. So we had Kobe. Number 2 was Chris Paul. of the
Oh,
New
shit.
Orleans Hornets. I didn't
Yeah.
realize he'd finished that high.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, and Dwight Howard round out the top 5.
Jeez, that's an interesting top 5.
In addition, Kobe once again made the All-NBA first team, All-Defensive first team. The Lakers swept Denver in round 1, beat Utah in 6 games in round 2, with Kobe putting up 33.5 points a game for the series. The Lakers then easily took care of the Spurs, winning the Western Conference Finals in 5 games. The Lakers then faced Boston in the NBA Finals, renewing the oldest and fiercest rivalry in NBA history. The Lakers had made the finals pretty easily, losing only 3 games.
Yeah, you said the Lakers.
En route. Meanwhile, Boston had endured grueling series in each level, going 7 games in the first round against Atlanta. 7 games against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You love LeBron. In round 2. And then 6 games against Detroit.
Jesus Christ.
So, despite winning 66 games in the regular season, my Celtics looked very vulnerable heading into the finals. In game 1 of the NBA Finals, Paul Pierce provided his memorable Willis Reed moment when he left the court, apparently injuring a knee in a collision with Kendrick Perkins, was taken off the court in a wheelchair.
Isn't that when he shot himself?
And after only 1 minute and 45 seconds of actual game time action, Pierce triumphantly returned to the court, hitting 2 clutch shots in the fourth quarter to help Boston win game 1.
Isn't that the game he shot himself? And that's why he went off in the wheelchair to cover up that he shot his pants?
Now, you can't see this, but my notes say, turns out he just needed a shit.
Yeah, that's right.
And he has actually admitted this.
Yeah.
Boston won the title in 6 games, blowing out the Lakers by 39 points in the clinching game 6, the largest ever margin in a finals clinching game. Now,
It was at TD Garden, though. It wasn't at in that game when they blew them out. That was in Boston. It wasn't in LA.
Yeah. Interestingly, the 26 games it took in the playoffs for the Celtics to win the title was the most ever,
Yeah, with a 2 7-game series along the way.
surpassing the 88 Lakers on the second half of their back-to-back titles. I think the Lakers played 24 games that year. Kobe elected not to have surgery on his right hand heading to the next season. Typical Kobe. The Lakers started hot, winning their first 7 games, ended up starting 17-2 to tie the franchise record to start a season, with Kobe doing his usual damage. Kobe was selected to his 11th consecutive All-Star game as a starter, and after scoring 27 points in the game, was awarded the co-MVP
Oh, I see.
with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Kobe scored 61 points against the Knicks in February, setting a record for most points at the Madison Square Garden.
Has he got that record?
Mm.
Jeez.
The Lakers finished the season with the best record at 65-17. Kobe was right. Lakers win 65 games, first in the West. Kobe was runner-up to LeBron James in MVP voting that year.
Yeah, it's crazy too.
It was James, Kobe, Wade, Howard, and Chris Paul.
Paul again?
Rounding out the top 5. Yeah. Kobe was a first team All-NBA, first team All-Defense. 7th time he'd achieved both of those accolades in the same season. Kobe averaged 27, 5 and 5, shooting 50% from the floor. In the playoffs, the Lakers dispatched Utah in 5 games, then had a tough second round series against your Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
So who do you think was on the Rockets
That was Yao Ming.
in that series? It was Yao Ming?
Tracy McGrady.
No. The leading scorers for that series were Yao Ming, Aaron Brooks, future Laker Meta World Peace, Luis Scola, Carl Landry, future Miami Heater Shane Battier, Von Wafer, a very young Kyle Lowry, former dunk champ Brent Barry, and the built like me Chuck Hayes, James Flight White, and former Laker Brian Cook. What a fucking strange team.
No Tracy McGrady. No
Yep.
Steve Franchise. Gone.
No,
Katino Mobley. Not there.
no,
What
Not-
the fuck?
no.
Aaron Brooks was the second best player on that team.
Aaron Brooks was the second leading scorer.
Jesus.
So Yao Ming only played 3 games in that series before suffering a navicular foot fracture and losing the entire next season, basically ended his career.
Yeah. Yao Ming, another what if. Just too big.
Got to do a
Too big.
retrospective on Yao Ming at some
Yeah.
point. The Lakers then took out the Denver Nuggets in 6 games in the West Finals. Now, I had a look at that Denver team, man. That Denver team was good.
So who's on that team?
That was coached by George Karl, Carmelo Anthony, Chauncey Billups, Kenyon Martin, Nene, Birdman Anderson, J.R. Smith.
Ooh.
Good team.
Yeah, that's
man.
that team.
Good team.
So they've already traded AI. No, AI's not there yet.
No, AI comes
For Chauncey.
Yeah. Oh, so yowza. So they beat them in 6. Lakers played Orlando in the finals after the Magic took out your LeBron James and Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. And the Lakers beat the Magic pretty easily in the finals, 4-1. Kobe averaged 32, 7, and 5 with 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks. The first player since Jerry West to produce those numbers in the finals.
That's the first one with Pau.
Won his first finals MVP, and Gasol averaged 18 and 9 with 2 blocks. Kobe had finally proved he could be the man, carry his team to a title.
So now, Shaq and Kobe for a piece.
So in that offseason, all right, so let's talk about Team USA. Kobe declined to play in the 2000 Olympics as he was getting married in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
He elected not to play in the 2002 FIBA World Championships after having arthroscopic surgery on his knee and his shoulder. And he had to withdraw from the 2004 Olympic team after the sexual assault charge.
Mm-hmm.
So Kobe then committed to the US team in 2007, and they played the Tournament of the Americas, went 10-0.
Yeah. And
then in 2008 was part of the Redeem team with a young, and my iPad, I don't know how it did this, but my iPad has corrected me with LeBron and changed it to LeBum.
Even the iPad disrespects LeBron. I love that.
So he was part of the Redeem team with the young LeBron, Wade, and Carmelo Anthony. And Kobe led the team from start to finish, winning the gold medal against Laker teammate Pau Gasol and Spain, 118-107 in the final. Kobe scored 20 points, including 13 in the deciding fourth, along with 6 assists to secure the gold. Basically, we've talked about it, man. He taught those young guys how to play.
What it meant.
Taught them what it meant.
And don't forget, they're coming off a bronze.
Yeah. LeBron's.
Yeah. 100%.
Unbelievable. Early in the 09-10 season, Kobe fractures his index finger on the right hand, adding to the pinky fracture and the thumb injury from the previous year.
Jesus.
But elected not to have surgery.
Because he played on.
Of course, that's what Kobe does. Later that year, Kobe became the youngest player to surpass 25,000 points at 31 years and 151 days old. Also passed Jerry West to become the Lakers' all-time leading scorer in 2010. Hit 6 game-winning shots that year, 2010.
Clutch.
He did miss 9 games with finger and knee injuries throughout the season, including missing 4 out of the last 5 after playing 82 each of the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Signed himself a 3-year, $87 million contract extension during the season. The numbers are just automatic. 27, 5 and 5, third in MVP voting, all-star, first-team All-NBA, first-team defense. The Lakers entered the playoffs as the number 1 seed in the West, defeating the young Thunder team in 6 games in the first round.
That's the KD.
Russ, and
Wilson,
Harden.
Yep.
They did well. I mean, young team. They did well.
Yeah, that's Harden's rookie year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Lakers then swept the Carlos Boozer and Deron Williams-led Utah Jazz in the second round. And in the West Finals, they matched up against the Phoenix Suns, winning in 6 games.
That's Nash and Stoudemire again. Yeah.
In the finals, the Lakers had the chance to avenge their 2008 title loss in a rematch with the Boston Celtics. Series was back and forth. It was the 12th time.
That goes to Game 7, doesn't it? That series? Yeah.
It was the 12th time that the 2 teams had met in the finals. Lakers won Game 1. It was pretty back and forth. Lakers won Game 1. Celtics had a 3-2 lead at one point before the Lakers won the final 2 games to win back-to-back. The Lakers came back from 13 points down in the third quarter to win that game. And Kobe scored 10 points in the fourth. He only shot, do you remember this? He only shot 6 of 24 from the field, but had 15 rebounds
Jeez.
and he fucking locked up Pierce and Ray
yes,
Allen.
I remember
Just
that.
locked them up.
Yeah,
Like he knew his shot wasn't hitting,
but I'm doing everything else, buddy.
and he just led the way he had to lead, filled the gaps. The Lakers were up by 3 points with this hurts me to even read this. The Lakers were up by 3 points with a minute to go. And Ron Artest, of all people, hit a clutch 3 to put them back up by 6. It was just a backbreaker. That was.
I remember that shot. Yeah.
Oh, bro. I kind of thought they might have a chance, and then I was like, Ron Artest of all fucking people.
Not Robert Horry, not Derek Fisher, Ron Artest.
Now, I'm not saying that the game was rigged, right? But
But what?
the Lakers shot 37 free throws to 17 from the Celtics.
That's a lot. That's a big.
It's a big discrepancy. I'm just saying. So Kobe was named the Finals
Wouldn't be
MVP.
the first time.
Kobe Finals MVP for the second straight year, averaging 29, 5 and 4 for the series. And Kobe said this championship, the 5th, was his most satisfying of all of them.
Because he's got one more than Shaq.
Now, Kobe was desperately chasing a 6th title to match Jordan, his idol.
Yeah.
During the 2010-11 season, Kobe became one of 7 players with at least 25,000 points, 5,000 rebounds, 5,000 assists. 13th straight All-Star game, tallied 37 and 14 with 3 steals to win his 4th All-Star game MVP. Averaged less than 20 shots a game for the year. That was his fewest since the 03 season.
Who's he deferring to? Gasol getting more shots.
Just everybody's getting more shots. Everybody's eating. This is where Kobe started the trust. I mean,
this is a further evolution of Kobe.
yeah, they obviously won the season before, and he was trusting Gasol, but this is where he truly evolved as a leader.
Yeah.
He really just changed his leadership style, became much more of like an older brother and a mentor than like cracking the whip and being demanding. His fewest shots since 03, but still averaged 25, 5 and 5. Again, all NBA, all defensive first teams, 4th in MVP. Now, we said we've got to take the good with the bad. Kobe was fined $100,000 for directing a gay slur at referee Benny Adams during the season. Kobe later apologized for his use of the word.
Is it the F word? Or
I'm assuming it would be.
Okay.
Definitely. And later appeared in a Lakers public service announcement denouncing his behavior. So owning up.
Yeah.
You got to own up. So the Lakers season ended abruptly when they were swept by the eventual champion Dallas Mavericks in the second round of the playoffs.
Oh, Dallas got them. Okay.
Yeah, that was 2011 when they wonderfully beat the Miami Heat. In the offseason, Kobe received platelet, easy for me to say,
Oh, it's his knee.
platelet-rich plasma therapy in Germany to treat the pain in his left knee. Mike Brown replaced the retired Phil Jackson as coach of the Lakers.
Yeah.
And brought in a big stylistic change. Now, this is Kobe for you. That offseason, ESPN did their top 100 players ranking. They ranked Kobe as the 7th best player. Now, this is 2 years. He, in the previous 3 seasons, won 2 titles, MVP, scoring title,
And finals MVP.
and was ranked 7th best player.
What the fuck?
So the
Okay.
top 6 in front of him were your LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kevin Durant.
There's most probably 3 players I say that justify their positions there. And even then, I'd say still 2.
You'd have to put him above. Even at that point, I mean, Dwight had won 3 Defensive Player of the Years. You'd still have to put him ahead of Dwight.
Yep.
And Dwayne Wade. And Durant was very young.
Yep.
And he'd already dispatched him.
Yep.
Twice in the playoffs.
Not that. I think LeBron had a great year that year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I say, okay, he's 1. Is he ahead of Dirk, Kobe? That's the only other one. So 3 at worst, if you ask me.
Yeah.
At worst. I could even argue that he's in front. Oh, no. LeBron won MVP that year. Yeah. That's 7th is bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
So
He took that personally.
he sure did. He went out and scored 48 against the Phoenix Suns and was quoted in the newspapers saying, not bad for the 7th best player in the league.
I love that.
It's Kobe.
Love that.
That's Kobe for you. And he then went on to score 40 plus in the next 3 games.
It's fucking Kobe. How could you not love that?
Kobe only played 58 games that year between the knee, the wrist, fingers, a concussion, a broken nose, and a bruised shin.
Fuck, he got beaten up, eh?
Had a hard year.
Yeah.
The Lakers were knocked out in the second round by the aforementioned Oklahoma City Thunder,
Yeah.
who then went on to lose the finals to Miami.
Yeah.
Now, in a series of blockbuster moves in the offseason, the Lakers acquired Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. I read some of the articles around the place when that trade happened. It was widely believed that this would be the best starting 5 in basketball history. With the best player of his era, Kobe, the best point guard of the era, 2-time MVP Nash, the best big man of the era, arguably, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
They got
Dwight
him
Howard.
directly from Orlando, or he already gone to Houston? No, he goes to Houston after LA, doesn't
After.
he? Yeah, okay. Yep.
But he was in the final year. He was in the final year of his contract.
Yeah.
And he'd had
But he
that
had
big
back-
falling out with Stan Van Gundy and had that awkward moment where he walked into his,
But he had the back surgery.
he had the back surgery.
Yeah.
And I'll get into that. But the hype around these guys, they had the cover of the Slam magazine.
Yeah, so Howard, Nash, Kobe, who's power forward?
Pau.
Powell's still there. And then is Ron Artest still there?
Yes. Yes.
Fuck.
Yes. Yep.
Fuck. That's a loaded team.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot that team was that good. Shit.
And you had the Miami super team,
Yeah.
but a lot of people thought that
Lakers
this
are
team
better.
was going to be better because their best players didn't have overlapping skills.
Correct.
They pretty much had very defined and separated skill bases.
It was a traditional team. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center.
Yeah.
Full loaded.
So they had Kobe the scorer, Nash the passer, Powell the post playmaker,
Rim
Howard the rim
protector.
protector and vertical threat, and World Peace as the enforcer and wing stopper.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, man. And I remember all of these fucking bullet points aside, right? I remember thinking, this is going to be fun. Like,
Fucking LA
these
Thunder
guys
again.
are going to dominate the league.
So what happens?
Well, Steve Nash was 38.
Yeah.
Right. And he had had several seasons of dealing with back injuries. Howard was himself recovering from back surgery and returned way too early.
Yeah.
As he tried to prove his worth and prove his toughness to the Lakers, and probably more to Kobe and the Lakers in general. All season long, Howard struggled to regain his previous form. There were ego clashes with Kobe, who didn't like his jovial nature. Not the first time he's been not the first time he's been disliked by his teammates like that.
Something about centers coming from Orlando.
Yeah, true. There were also style clashes as Howard struggled to fit in with new coach Mike D'Antoni's fast-paced pick-and-roll attack.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was there.
Now, Kobe knew D'Antoni from his days in Italy, where he was a star player at the same time as his dad was over there, so they knew each other.
Mm.
And they'd also grown close during his time with Team USA when D'Antoni was an assistant coach there.
Mm.
So he was supportive of him to start with.
That didn't last long.
No. Amidst all the changes, egos, clashes, Kobe continued to score, took a big burden on his shoulders, scored 30 or more points on 7 consecutive games, which was a record for any player over 34 years of age. D'Antoni then challenged Kobe to guard the other team's best perimeter players as the season started to get away from him, in addition to being the go-to scorer,
It's a heavy bird.
in an effort to hide Steve Nash on the defensive end of the floor. You can't ask 34-year-old Kobe with as much fucking wear and tear as he's got on his body to be the go-to scorer and the number one defensive option.
Where's the young guys on this team? It's a fucking old starting 5, eh?
You didn't think about it at the time. You just saw the star power
Yeah.
and kind of got carried away with that.
The good blended teams, whilst you can get away with some of the old fellas, you need a bit of youth in there to run around and chase the other fuckers.
Through the first 42 games of the season, Kobe was leading the league in scoring. However, the Lakers were only 17-25 on the season.
Fuck. Okay.
So D'Antoni moved Nash off the ball to become a spot-up shooter and was now putting the ball in Kobe's hands to be the facilitator as well as the leading scorer and the number one defender at 35 years of age.
Oh, man, Kobe.
In the next 3 games, Kobe had 39 assists, the best stretch of his career, passing the ball. He then scored 40 with 10 assists in back-to-back games.
Fucking hell. That's as crazy as Jordan going into his fucking triple-double run.
The first Laker since Jerry West to do that. Bryant passed the great Wilt Chamberlain to sit 4th all-time in scoring during this stretch. Now, with the Lakers battling to make the playoffs, coupled with all the injuries they had to their roster to Nash and other players, Kobe began to play a lot more minutes, almost 48 a game.
Fucking D'Antoni nearly killed the motherfucker, eh?
On April 10, he became the first player ever to score 47 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 4 blocks, and 3 steals in a game.
What a line.
2 days later, he tore his Achilles against Golden State.
You can't tell me that's a result of not being overworked.
Did you hear those bullet points I just threw at you?
Yeah.
At his age, he was playing
He's
him
34, 35?
30, and he's playing him nearly 48 minutes a game. He is the facilitator, the scorer, the defender. He's had 40 and 10 in back-to-back games.
Fuck you, D'Antoni. It's your fault. Why would you do that to him?
Yeah.
As you get older, your coach is supposed to protect you more, find you your spots, not to fucking give you everything to do on the fucking team because the team's floundering because every other fucker's injured.
I've heard a lot of people. I mean, there were murmurings at the time that this was kind of D'Antoni's fault. But when you write it all down back to back, you're like, well, of course. Of course. It's just a ligament. It's fucking flesh.
So, with prized racehorses, you push. As they get older, you limit how hard you can push.
I thought you were going to say you put them down.
Well, eventually you do, but
you shoot them.
But you limit how hard you push to prolong their career. You do the same with fucking athletes too. You don't overload them just because your team's doing shit. It doesn't mean you fucking make him play 48 minutes a game. He shouldn't be playing over 35, no matter what was happening. It's not his fucking fault. His career is pretty much over after that.
But knowing Kobe's mentality, he was going to play the minutes.
Yes, but as your coach.
Yeah, he should have been the one to pull the pin.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not to open up, not to give him those. So you go to Kobe. Oh, I need you to guard the best defender, perimeter player. Of course he's going to do that. Oh, now we're going to put the ball in your hands. You've got to facilitate and score. Of course he's going to do that. It's Kobe fucking Bryant.
And D'Antoni's trying to keep his job.
100%. But at the same time, Kobe Bryant's not going to look at that as a challenge that he's not willing to accept because his ego and his belief in himself is, I can fucking do it all.
Yeah.
Play me. I'll keep playing. Don't worry. Whoever's injured, don't worry. He's 34 years old. All the injuries leading up to all of that and the minutes he's played and the number of years he's played 82 games. He's 34 years old. Mate, something was going to give. Had to be his fucking Achilles, though.
Yeah, one of the worst injuries you can get.
And not only that, he takes his 2 free throws.
Yes.
He does it.
Under his own, and walked off under his own power.
Under his own power with a bit of a limp. He doesn't walk off crying. He doesn't walk off, I need a wheelchair or someone to aid me. He walks off with a little bit of a limp and he snapped his Achilles. It's a clean snap.
And I'm not giving these players shit, but you saw what happened when Halliburton went down.
Jason
Tatum. Lillard was a little bit more stoic, but these guys are in agony.
Yeah.
And they're showing it.
And so that reaction from those guys,
I think that's the natural default reaction.
100%. You've snapped your Achilles and you see Halliburton's in particular, and he's got skinny legs, but that muscle goes straight up. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Kobe walks off and you can see no anguish in his face. He's like just grimacing a little bit, but he's not like as if he's crying or anything like that. You've got to respect that. His mental ability to say, I'm walking off. I'm not showing I'm in pain here. Yeah.
And hit the 2 free throws to go along with
both. And they were both swishes too.
So, right, get this, man.
He misses the whole year, yeah?
He played 40 plus minutes in 7 consecutive games leading up to that game, when he tore his Achilles, he'd played 7 consecutive quarters without sitting down. That was his 7th consecutive quarter without a rest.
The 2 games. 2 games he's played without any rest.
Yep.
And the motherfucker would have been training at the same level, same intensity between those games and everything else. D'Antoni, you got a lot to. I didn't realize this, but D'Antoni, you got a lot to fucking answer for here.
Oh yeah, the same with me. I didn't realize until I started looking into it. He definitely caused that tear. He was averaging nearly 39 minutes a game and went down with the Achilles in game 78 of the season.
See, this is the shit where load management gets its kudos from, in the perspective that, yeah, we're going to load manage because we don't want that shit to happen.
Oh, yeah. Kobe had willed the Lakers into the play. They made the playoffs that year. Only through Kobe. Only through Kobe.
No one fucking else. Everyone else was fucking injured or old.
They finished 45-37, but without Kobe, they were swept by the Spurs in the first round. Now, Kobe copped a lot of shit, or the Lakers copped a lot of shit, because Kobe signed a 2-year, $48 million contract extension that offseason.
While he was rehabbing with his Achilles.
And Kobe was criticized for being selfish, not putting the team needs first.
They owed him.
They did.
They fucking owed him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he agreed, which is why he did it.
Yeah.
Kobe only played 6 games the following year before he suffered a season-ending knee fracture. And the Lakers finished 20
back to back.
Yeah, and the Lakers finished 27-55. So the Lakers replaced D'Antoni with Byron Scott prior to the 2015 season, but Kobe could only manage 35 games with various injuries, averaging 22 a game on 37 and 29% shooting splits. Not great.
It wasn't the same.
That was a tough Kobe to watch.
Yeah.
And everyone knew it, and everyone was just kind of like, well, is he going to somehow come out of this and go back to the old Kobe, or...
Yeah, but then he's 36, 37.
Yeah, or just fucking retire.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people just wanted him to retire. So how's this for toughness, man? That season that he played 35 games and averaged 22 on bad shooting, in January, he suffered a rotator cuff tear in his right shoulder while dunking against New Orleans and played the rest of the game left-handed.
I did hear that. Yeah.
He tore his labrum. I've got a torn labrum in my right shoulder right now, and there's a lot of stuff I can't do. I'm not playing an NBA game. Yeah, it's just crazy. After the game, he underwent season-ending surgery for the injury on the shoulder, and the Lakers went 21-61. So we're now in Kobe's final season. He played 66 games and averaged 17 points a game for the young Lakers, who are now built around Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson was the leading scorer on the team that year. Kobe's efficiency was gone, along with his explosion, and he shot under 36% from the field and 28 from 3.
Still played 66 games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In November of that season, Kobe announced that he would retire at the end of the year. And in a poem titled Dear Basketball, Kobe wrote...
Sweet. It is a sweet poem.
Yeah, it's really good. I hadn't actually read it.
Did you?
Until I was doing my research.
He has those shorts, cartoon shorts.
With that narrating it.
Yeah.
So one of the lines I included here was, "A love so deep, I gave you my all, from my mind and body to my spirit and soul. My mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye, and that's okay. I'm ready to let you go." Yeah, it's pretty sad, man, that he had to go that way. Like, just the last 3 seasons, just like rickety old fucking machine, just rolling into the finish line.
But you know what? Kobe was always going to push himself no matter what. And he needed to prove himself he could get back in whatever shape or form he got back. And he's most probably still better than 50% of the players out there anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I get it. It's a shame to us because we know what he was capable of and what he was doing before that.
He'd already showed us.
Yeah.
Like we didn't. The world didn't need any more convincing.
It wasn't. It's proving itself to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was his last obstacle. I'm not letting that injury. I'm going out on my own terms, no matter what those terms are. So I respect that. And then the last game.
We are there now. In his final game, Kobe went out the only way Kobe could, which is firing. He scored 60 points on 50 shots
I do love that.
while outscoring the Jazz by himself 23-21 in the fourth quarter.
So I've only seen highlights of that game. I haven't seen it in like a whole game. You watched the whole game,
Yeah.
right?
And it's not much of a game in the first three quarters. Utah had it pretty much in hand.
Yeah.
Kobe was just kind of chugging along. He was hitting some shots, but it really did feel like a farewell game. It wasn't
Until the fourth quarter.
It wasn't very competitive. No, they started to come back in the third.
Yeah.
But the fourth quarter felt like a movie. It didn't seem real. It felt like the 81-point game.
Yeah.
Utah, like I've spoken to you about this.
Yeah.
Utah were trying to stop him.
Yeah.
They weren't going, oh, it's old man Kobe's last game.
Like, fuck this.
Let's take it a bit easy.
We're going to shut him down.
They came storming back in that fourth quarter behind Kobe, and he was doing Kobe shit. He was hitting turnarounds. He was hitting tough shot in your face, pull up threes, off the dribble, and just doing all of his like magical footwork shit just to get open. And they were doing everything. They were throwing double teams at him. You couldn't stop him. 23 in the fourth quarter.
That's the Kobe winner.
And the crowd was
nuts.
Successively getting louder and louder. And the crowd is star-studded with players and with actors and musicians.
And Shaq's there.
Oh, yeah. And Shaq's egging him on, to keep going. And he's just, it's honestly like a movie fairy tale ending game. You've got to watch it. Anybody has got to watch it.
So to come
if nothing else, watch the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So to come back those 3 seasons, to battle through everything he battled, to play that last quarter that way, go off on his own terms.
100%.
Yeah. That's not a bad way to end your career.
That's Kobe, bro. Now, Kobe became the oldest player to score 60 points in a game. He was 37. After the game, Kobe gave the Staples Center crowd a prolonged speech, and I'll just give you a little bit of an abridged version, which I liked. I can't believe how fast 20 years went by. Man, this is crazy. And to be standing here with you guys, appreciating the journey that we've been on, I think the most important part is that we all stayed together throughout. Thank you guys for all the years of support. Thank you guys for all of the motivation, all of the inspiration. What can I say? Mamba out.
Mamba out.
And then he drops the mic, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. And I've just got a little thing that I wrote about Kobe. The final whistle blows, the crowd erupts, the body rests, but obsession does not retire. Discipline does not retire. The Mamba mentality endures. Kobe Bryant's career was more than statistics, more than championships, more than highlights. It was philosophy in motion. It was endurance in the face of inevitability. It was greatness understood as cost, not gift. This is the cost of greatness. And in the story of Kobe Bryant, we are reminded the mind can never break what the body will not allow, but the mind can redefine what is possible within the body. Kobe taught the world greatness is painful, greatness is relentless, greatness asks questions no one else can answer. The Achilles injury, the setbacks, the scrutiny, none of these diminished him. They refined him. They clarified him. They reminded everyone what it truly costs to achieve the impossible. 5 championships, 2 MVP finals, 60 points in a final game. Numbers tell one story. The other story is invisible. The hours of training before sunrise, tears shed in private, injuries endured without complaint, obsession never halted. That is Mamba mentality. That is the essence of Kobe Bryant. And that is the cost of greatness.
Bro, the cost of greatness. I fucking love it. That sums up Kobe to a T. And those words, I could not have described Kobe's career and everything better. Well done. Honestly, well done.
Well done to both of us, man. That was a tough couple of hours.
But I think we did, we honored him in the right way. His career wasn't perfect. He stumbled along the way. He had adversity along the way. He came in as a young kid. He became a champion. He left on his own terms. A 20-year career that I don't think will ever be matched. I know you came to the Kobe love and respect later on in life.
Better late than never.
Absolutely. I had it pretty much the whole way. But now that you truly understand what Mamba mentality is and what he went through, bro, you got to have bad luck for the Kobe.
He's in my top 10.
Yeah.
He's definitely in there. And I'm having so much fun, man, going back now through his career. And like I say, man, that's what it's all about. That's what this channel is all about. That's what our conversations are all about.
So this is the one thing that losing him so early, knowing how he dedicates himself to basketball, I wanted to see how he's going to transition.
Oh,
post.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, every time I saw him interviewed and speaking about his family, his daughter, and everything else, his love for life was emerging into something a bit different. And I was really excited to see what that next chapter of Black Mamba was going to be. And whether it was politics, business, coaching, whatever it was going to be, I was so keen to find that out. And I think he was really into the coaching. He was really into the teaching and everything else. I reckon he would have been a fucking awesome coach if he truly wanted to do that. But I was just curious. And losing him now at that time is like, not to say, losing anyone is great and everything else, but it's just like we're robbed of what the next chapter of Kobe, the next chapter of Black Mamba was going to be. And that's my sadness with that. See him walk off the court on his own terms, love it. 20 years, you left everything on the floor. I don't think we can say any other player, putting aside Jordan, because Jordan did go to Washington, but I don't think you can say any other player left everything on the floor on their way out. They had nothing else to give. His body was shot, everything he went through. But then to reemerge and to really see what that next chapter was going to be, I would have loved to have seen what that was. And rest in peace, Kobe, but I would have loved to have seen that next journey for him. And I wish we were here talking about, he's, now coaching in the WNBA, or, he's now, a multi-business man or something like that. Or even and you know what? I would have loved if he just went on a speaking tour around the world. I would have fucking paid to go see him. So yeah, that's what I feel robbed at the end when we don't have him anymore.
You would think a guy with that much passion for the game, you would have thought there'd be a real trough after he retired, but he seems so happy. Every time you saw him, he was just fulfilled and happy, and he was beaming. You never saw him like that as a player.
Yeah. So the great example, I was seeing him interviewed, and I think they're up 3-1 in the final series, and he's looking angry as fuck. And I think they just smashed the team they were playing. And the reporters asked him, "What's wrong, Kobe?" Because job's not done. So focused on everything else. Post his career, it was like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. And I think, he was throwing himself to his family life and everything else. But I think for him, he carried the burden of what he did to be excellent and his peak performance as a burden. And once it was over, that was lifted, I've done everything I can do. You cannot say that I didn't do everything that I could have done in my career. And my next chapter now is a different journey, but it's a different journey without the burden. And that's what we're missing out on that. And that's a shame. But yeah, I totally agree. He seemed happy, really content with life.
But we had his career, man.
We did.
We had his career. We were there to witness it from day one to day end. And
he embraced the hate, bro. So don't worry when you hated him for that time. He embraced that hate.
Well, that ad that he did shows.
We've got to show it on the YouTube. You got to put that on there.
Yeah. It's a great ad. But I think this was the best way to honor Kobe on the anniversary of his death. And it's just still crazy that it happened.
Yeah.
But rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
You've got a fan. here.
Finally.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're doing very, very, very well. We've got lots of videos. I think we're up to 38 videos on there now. So get in and have a look. Rate and review on audio. And keep supporting us, and we'll keep pumping out good content.
Adios, amigos. Oh, I got a bit sad talking about Kobe at the end there.